What's going on YouTube? I just got the iPhone 13 Pro, Graphite, 512 gigs. So let's review it. And of course, I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. Is it really good? So probably there will be some difference. I just wanna see how much difference there is. Alright, let's unbox this thing. So there is no more plastic on the box. There is just this little seal strip, if you wanna call it that way. So when you pull it off, here is your box. So of course, inside of the box, you have the star of the show, the iPhone 13 Pro. Alright, let's peel the paper off. And this is so satisfying, to be honest. Then you have this little tiny paper of information, then Apple sticker and USB charging wire. And yes, the charging cube is not included, same as it wasn't for the last year either. But you can get this Anker 20 watts fast charger, so you can save a couple of bucks. And of course, I put the link down in the description below, plus few other accessories. Keep in mind, these are Amazon affiliate links, which means if you decide to purchase anything, I get a referral fee. Back to the video. So there is gonna be few things to unpack in this video. Obviously the design, display, cameras upgrade for photo and especially video quality and more. And of course I bought it to record better videos, that's obvious. Now don't get me wrong, my 11 Pro was a daily driver for me for last 2 years. And it's been working really great, so that's why I wanted to see how much difference there is between 11 Pro and 13 Pro. This is not a comparison video, I will have those. However, I might mention something worth saying. So first the design. Now the design is very similar and I actually like the sharp edges design, same what that was for iPhone 5 I think. So not much change in this respect since iPhone 12 Pro. However, there's this huge camera bump. It doesn't actually bother me at all, especially if it's gonna make better videos or photos. And the graphite color on it looks pretty good. Personally, I would choose some space gray or darker color, but this one is okay too. Now let's talk about the features and I'm gonna start from display. The thing is, I can't really tell if it's 120 Hz refresh rate or anything like that, but the first moment I started to use this phone, for some reason, it became more natural. Like the movement itself, it's hard to explain until you see it. So it's not like on the previous phones the display was glitchy or anything like that because it was also smooth. But when you start using the 13 Pro, you adapt to it really quickly. There's no way to actually put it in the words. I guess the display is getting slightly closer to what our eyes can see, and that's why this happens. So there is some improvement there. Also, I don't really play any games, but it should be better for gaming as well. Of course, the speed of the phone itself is really snappy. Whether you're scrolling through the screen or opening the apps, everything is pretty smooth, as it should be. Now I exported some 5-minute clip on iMovie and it was maybe slightly faster than the previous iPhone, but it wasn't that much improvement, to be honest. Obviously I'm assuming a lot of updates are gonna come, so that might get better. But now let's jump to my favorite subject of this phone and the actual reason I bought it, the cameras. And I'm not gonna go technical and geeky on you like, oh, it has this and this aperture. That doesn't matter to me that much. I just wanna see if it makes great and amazing videos and awesome photos. That's all. So I'm gonna start from photos. I use this a little bit less than the video, obviously. Photos are important as well. So when I started to do the pictures, I realized how powerful these cameras are. Now don't get me wrong, in the 11 Pro iPhone and 12 Pro, they good too. But you can definitely see some improvement. For example, quickly, let's compare the iPhone 11 Pro versus this one. Don't mind the not so photogenic picture, okay? But see on the left side you got 13 Pro and 11 Pro on the right. First of all, the picture itself looks way better on 13 Pro. Better colors, more light and etc. But I want you to pay close attention to the skylight. Now on the 11 Pro, when you look at it, you can technically see this little wire on the skylight, but it's a little bit blurry, it's not very clear. Now when you look at the 13 Pro, yes, it's not perfect either, but you can definitely see way more detail. And that pretty much goes for all the photos in this phone. They more detailed, look better. Now I've tried to take some couple of macro photos. Now these are not perfect because it was windy weather and it was impossible to make it perfect, but still, I mean, this is pretty nice. Another picture, alright, there is another picture, not bad at all, right? And another one. But now look at these next 3 pictures. This is shot at home on tripod. Yeah, that's pretty insane to me if you ask me. That's pretty amazing how these photos look. Another good photo and another one. Pretty impressive. And of course, since you can record so close to the object, you can also do macro videos. This is pretty amazing. The technology in this phone is pretty cool. Personally, I don't think I'm gonna use this feature a lot, but just to have it is a nice addition. The quality of these macro videos, the detail, and everything else makes this camera upgrade visible. And then then of course when it comes to the video, we have the cinematic mode. Unfortunately, this is only at 1080p 30 frames a second, but it's still a good feature. So to do that, you have to record it in cinematic mode. You click the video, you basically scroll in the timeline when you want the focus to be in some other place. And now you click on the screen where you want the focus to be. And you see on the bottom it adds this kind of keyframe, if you wanna call it that way. Basically the point where the focus is gonna change. So for example, now the focus is on the frame, then we can switch it back to my son, and then put it in the corner on the flowers. And now let's watch this little clip. That's actually pretty clever that you can change the rack focus. Of course, iPhone 13 Pro does it also automatically. I didn't have time to test it much yet, but for example, when my son is walking off the frame, the focus goes nicely on the back. And then when he comes back, the focus is on him again. This is definitely a good feature with huge potential, especially if Apple will make it available in 4K in future. So here is my final thoughts about this iPhone 13 Pro. It has better battery life, it has some enhancement in speed. Those are kind of good upgrades already, but where this iPhone 13 Pro takes the cake is in the camera department. Having the cinematic mode and being able to adjust the focus at any point on the timeline is amazing. For someone like me, this is worth the upgrade, and especially that I came from iPhone 11 Pro, not the 12 Pro. That's because I record a lot of videos and good quality is the key. But even coming from 12 Pro, there is some improvement for sure. Not only in cinematic mode, but macro photos and videos. And the Pro motion display is a plus. But is it worth to upgrade? Well, it depends. For most buyers, it's not gonna be worth the upgrade from 12 Pro for sure, unless you actually use these camera features a lot, whether for Instagram, YouTube and etc. Then it might be actually worth it. But upgrading from 11 Pro or even older iPhones, the difference will be even bigger. I'm definitely happy with this iPhone and I'm excited to use it in future videos obviously. But tell me in the comments down below, are you upgrading this year? Is it worth it for you and etc. So thank you so much for watching this video. Stay motivated, make another video today, and I see you in the next one. Bye guys.